Welcome to the PantyNectar Podcast for another lovely episode. Lots of juice. But before we get into that, I'd love to introduce my lovely co-host, Mr. P.
Hello, PantyNectar. How are you, ma'am?
I am great. And if you're here, you obviously realize that
There's something different and very nice about this podcast. I already start now.
I am shirtless, as you can see, or not like completely. I mean, tits out. We're free in the nipple tonight.
Yeah.
But very cozy in bed. We are live streaming, but not only are we live streaming on OnlyFans, we are live on a Twitter space right now. Yes. PantyNectar9.
Yes.
For Twitter spaces. So that's fun. Well, how are you this evening? Are you smelling my orange? You like that?
I am. I was like, you just got, there's this orange pill on the bed. You just finished eating an orange right before
I have
we
another
started.
one over here too. Maybe I'll eat it.
They smell so good. There's this guy that he's this famous poker player. I used to watch poker back in the day, and I can't remember his name, but he would sit there with an orange and just scratch it at the table. He wouldn't peel it. He would just scratch it and sniff it, and that was like his. That was everything. He did it every poker tournament.
You can put poker tournament. You can put these in your car, and they like make your car smell good.
I think they make anything smell good.
Yeah, look, watch. You can see look at it, squeeze it, and look at it. It like sprays out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what's going on tonight, Miss PantyNectar? What do you have lined up for?
Well. First off, can we talk about that Chris Rock and Will Smith slap?
Oh my God. Yeah, so that kind of took
the drama
world by
of the
storm,
week.
right?
Drama of the week.
What that happened, let's see, a week and a half ago from where we're recording
already?
right now. Yeah. And it was like we woke up that morning and, we wake up early. It was like 4:00 or whatever time it was. And I just rolled over in bed and I look at you and like you had just opened up your phone and I guess you're on Instagram and you were scrolling and all I saw was Chris Rock, Will Smith. I'm like every single post was about that. And I was like, oh my God, like we missed something, which really I didn't miss anything because personally I don't give a shit about that.
It's just drama.
But it's amazing how that has just completely enveloped pop culture, to where, like Will Smith, the guy who it's kind of, hey, you can, say what you want to say about the guy, but his career, I think, is he has a really good career, and it's sad to see kind of it go down the drain for a dumb mistake like that.
Yeah, it's I saw that like people are like trying to cancel him and stuff, and I don't know. It's sad.
Yeah, it's sad. Like where's the line? It's not like if I just walked up to somebody on the street for saying something, and I slapped the shit out of them like that, like I'd be going to jail.
Right.
So like it's not acceptable behavior in today's culture, which is understandable. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like these people, they live in their ivory towers and they're kind of, I don't know. I don't know. Chris Rock kind of, the shit slapped out of him.
He said, whoa.
I watched that loop, man. And like when he's walking up to him, like he kind of gets on the balls of his feet, like almost like he's about to like lean in to listen to him. And man, he just gets a shit slap at him. So,
and like to go with a slap, man.
Yeah. What do you think about it?
I don't know. People go through things though, and we don't know what he's going through. So I don't know. Violence is never the answer.
No, never.
But it's unfortunate to see people struggle like that. Regardless.
Yeah, it is. And, we think that it's easy, or we see these celebrities and we kind of envy them in ways sometimes, maybe. And they're human beings just like everyone else, and they have, struggles, and probably more than most of us, really.
Yeah.
So hopefully all that gets past and they can move on.
Speaking of struggles and relationships and life, I would like to talk today about relationships in general, how much work they take, and kind of, I guess, I guess the best way to talk about this is to talk about our dynamic. And I think you and I pretty strongly believe in the roles that you and I both have. If that makes sense. Like,
Yes, yes.
I cook and clean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You take care of business and stuff, as far as like you're the man of the house. And I think that that's very important in a relationship for there to be a dynamic that works for you. And I think that that dynamic works for both of us. And I think it's just really important.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for us, like we kind of do accept those roles, right? Like you said, like you cook and clean and stuff, and it's I with that, that kind of comes from like there's a whole that doesn't just come there's no expectations of that on my part, and I think it's important because once you have the expectations that they come into play and they can really, really sour whatever it is that you're going through, or if it's work or a relationship or anything like that. Anytime that you have expectations, a lot of times they're never lived up to, because for one reason or another. And for me, it's like I don't communicate the most effectively. So it's kind of hard to so I don't expect you to cook, to clean, and things like that. So when you do, I'm very, very, very appreciative of it every time you do it. And I try to tell you thank you every time that you cook and clean and keep things in order. And I truly appreciate it. So,
I think another big thing is like respect. Respect goes a long way in a relationship and making a relationship work, or a marriage in our case work. Respect goes a long way. And I think that that's really important to have in a relationship, because when you don't have that, like, that's not just like me not respecting you. That could be the other way around, and like you not respecting me. Most people just say, well, then I'll go look for that in someone else. You know what I mean? Like, why is that beneficial then?
right.
So I think that's important as well.
No, for sure. I mean, it's all the, respect is the foundation of a good relationship, in my opinion. If you don't have respect, like, we've probably all been in relationships that like everything's going good, and that honeymoon stage kind of subsides, and it's like, oh shit, like this is like relationship mode now. And then maybe things happened, and after the honeymoon phase is over, it's easy to maybe slip up and not have as much respect for your partner, as maybe you did before, because maybe that lust is gone.
No, absolutely.
And I think that you have to have respect for your partner. If you don't have respect for your partner, then you start saying mean things, and when you say mean things, your partner retaliates with mean words, and then you say mean things back.
It's hard. Relationships are hard sometimes.
And then, if you're a guy, when you say mean things to your partner, like 2 years later, she brings that shit up.
We remember it. We remember it forever.
You said something the other day. I was like, what? I was like, oh my God, like I can't even, like, babe, I was like, that's like a year ago.
It was like, remember the time you got mad at me for not helping you with the dishes, or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
Relationships are hard, and I think that that's why communication is so important, because it is very easy to not communicate and to just get mad and hold resentment towards each other, or anger, or
right.
sadness even.
Right.
So it's important to communicate how you feel as well.
No, 100%. And, you know, communication is I think it's the kryptonite for most men. And I think it's like the fucking crack for most women. Like, y'all just want that shit more and more. Like, communicate.
But we're not the best at
It's
it
like,
either,
whoa.
though. Honestly,
Like
you know,
and shit.
you know what women are good at, and this is
What
across
women
the board.
are good at?
Yeah,
Blowjobs.
well, yes, but being offended, like I think it is very easy for women to get offended at their significant other. You know?
Oh, at their significant other. Yeah. I thought you were just talking about in general.
No.
No, yeah, you know, that's the whole. I don't know.
No, but with their significant other, because there's a lot of things that like you say some dumb shit sometimes, and then I literally take it so to heart, and then like 30 minutes later when we've both cooled down, I'm like, why did that even hurt my feelings at all? Like, why did I not just laugh at him and like walk the fuck out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dumb shit.
Yeah, well, for me, like, I don't have the, I kind of have a dry sense of humor. Not kind of, I have a very dry sense of humor. And the things I say don't always come off.
No, you're just an asshole sometimes.
Well, maybe sometimes, a lot of time, I'm trying to tone down the assholeness.
No, I think you do.
Like, I'm not intentionally mean.
No, yeah, I agree.
Sometimes, like, sometimes, like, I,
just own it. Own it. Just own it. Just own it. It's okay.
You know, Randy would know this shit. Like, Randy, like, being from Texas, my dad would tell me, he'd say, "You're ornery, son." Like,
you are.
Like, ornery. Like, do you know how to spell that word? It's hard as fuck.
It comes of meaner than we try and make it. It comes out meaner than we try to make it. I don't know. I do know you mean well, but I think that sometimes like what you say just comes out in like men terms. And I think that like sometimes I'm like, why did you even say
I'm a dude.
That like that? Like, why?
Yeah. Like I've never really had a filter.
Oh, I know.
And I try to see, this is kind of like a whole self-awareness thing, right? Like, even like this podcast, like, I have to think this shit out. I'm like, fuck, like, yeah, I don't know. There's a whole lot of things to think about there.
I think that we do a fabulous job of trying to own, where we need to communicate better with each other. And I try not to be as offended at things that I don't need to be, so that you and I can communicate better, because at the end of the day, the problem is the problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not the other person. And I think that that's super important to remember.
Yeah, and never get hung up on one problem too much, because
you and I are usually fine 5 minutes later.
There's nothing that fucking Mexico or Costa Rica can't cure.
You're so funny.
$9,000 in cash and a fucking one-way ticket.
Damn.
No,
was that the Tiger Lady's fucking husband?
Yeah,
did that?
I'd like to. What Tiger Lady?
The one that God, what's his name, put in prison?
Joe Exotic.
Yeah.
Man,
Carol
Baskins.
Carol Baskins. That's what it is.
Like, I want to.
That's here in Florida, isn't it?
Yeah, on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fucking, well, in between here and there's a big Everglades that,
we need to go. Yeah.
Find some dead Carol Baskins victims floating out there and shit. No, I'd like to hear from some fans if anybody is living in different parts of the world, especially in the Central America. If you're in Costa Rica, I'd like to hear what your experience is like down there. South America, I'd like to hear what your experiences are down there. And the Caribbean.
He likes across the sea.
What's that?
You like across the sea.
Like what across the sea? like the
everything.
women across the sea.
You like everything that's
is that what
over.
we're talking about? Oh yeah, so like the Brazilian chicks, like what
yeah.
So basically, I'm asking like, what's the booties like?
I'm
Rio
like
de
his
Janeiro?
unicorn because I'm not his type at all. But I'm the one that landed him.
She always says
because he likes brunettes. He doesn't like blondes, really.
You know, there is.
Except I've seen you with a few crazy blondes.
That's probably why I don't like blondes, because I've been with too many crazy fucking blondes.
You married one.
But you're not a crazy blonde.
No.
No, not at all.
No.
But yeah, brunettes, you know, there's like Italy, like Italian chicks, like the olive skin, like brunette chicks.
Mm-hmm.
You think they're
See,
hot.
that's nothing me. That's like, nothing me.
Babe, but you're one in a million.
No, I know. I'm fine with it. Yeah. Trust me.
See, you like Italian women too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. And men.
Yeah. And they're fucking skinny jeans and shit. Prada fucking
They'll feed boots. Us, baby. They'll feed us.
Feed us? Feed us what?
They can cook us Italian food.
Some fucking rigatoni or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in Fort Lauderdale, you need to go to, what's that place over off? Have we talked about this already?
No.
The place off of US 1 and Sunrise right there. It's, is it Cafe something? I can't.
Cafe Europa?
No, Cafe Europa. It's in a shopping center. But anyways, I'll have to look it up next time.
What are you talking about?
Delicious. The place we went with your sister and her boyfriend when they came in.
Oh, that Italian place?
Yes.
Where we ate all the desserts?
Yeah.
And I was still pregnant?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good dinner.
Oh, man, that was good. What was the waiter's name?
We ate so much food. Marco, I think, or something.
Yeah, he was cool as shit.
Yeah, he was.
Man, you know, that's the one cool thing about living down here is the food is really, really amazing. Like with the South Florida is a international. There's a big international presence. You know, there's people from all over the world. So that's something we need to do. We need to go eat ethnic food more.
I agree.
Right.
Yes.
Let's start.
Let's do it.
So we've already gone through Italian. Like we got all the Italian shit covered. Where should we go next? We should go find Brazilian food.
You know, anytime I've eaten Brazilian food, isn't that like the steakhouses and shit?
Yeah. Remember the last time we went to the one in San Antonio where the guy was all coked the fuck up? All these. Oh my God. And remember?
Babe, and you had to stand 20 feet away from the buffet and the lady had to get all your stuff because of COVID.
It's fucking stupid COVID rules. And there was
because they have us jam-packed in all the same rooms and shit.
Remember it was that snowstorm that went through Texas. We were up in San Antonio we were staying at La Cantera and we had went to what steakhouse is up there right off of 1604 and I-10?
It's some Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah, and you know, there's a couple. There's one on the Riverwalk too. I've been down, but I can't remember but this one's a new one up there off of I-10 and 1604, and it was like nice. 15 degrees. And these dudes are like, we walk in and like we have like on snow boots and shit. like we're like walking all careful because like everything's ice outside and like people are tracking it, you know, and we're from Texas. We're not used to this shit. Nobody down there is used to this. It's a novel, you know, thing for snow to, everybody to be surrounded in snow. And, we go in there and like these waiters are fucking like running around with these boards of beef and shit with knives. I'm like, what is going on in here?
Gosh.
And like we sat down and I remember just looking at you, like we sat down in the back corner and I was like, oh my God, like this is really nice and shit. Like
there were so many people. It was just, I don't know.
To be fair, the guy was our waiter was really good. Mm-hmm. We had a good time, but it's not our style. I don't like that rush shit. I like to go in there and that's kind of why I like Italian places, because like, you know, like Italians, especially Europeans, like they're in no hurry to fucking go anywhere after they eat. You can just chill.
Yeah. We should. So, what kind of food should we try next? We've had good Greek food here.
Greek food. There is good Greek food. You know, we could have like African food.
That's good.
Some interesting shit.
What do you eat?
Man, I went to this place in Houston. I can't remember the name of it. It was several years back, but it was it was an African food, it was like a steakhouse. It was this really nice place.
Oh,
I can't
it's
remember
another
the name.
steakhouse?
Yeah.
Lebanese food, someone said.
Lebanese.
Thai. I love Thai food.
Ooh, Thai food.
I love Thai food.
I like Turkish food too.
I can speak a little bit
Turkish
of Thai.
is like Greek. Let me
What
hear.
thou?
What does that mean? I want to suck your dick.
No. No. I think another Thai phrase, sobadi? Sobadi mai? Chai means yes. Mai means no.
We could do we should go to like Asian.
Of course we should.
We
of
should,
course.
we should go to
Now I see what he's doing. He's getting me to all the foreign places. You guys see?
Yeah. We should go to an Asian buffet or an Asian place that has kind of a massage parlor on the
You're
side.
so stupid.
Like an all-in-one,
You're
like
so
you go
stupid.
eat and then they give you a massage afterwards.
No. We should go to a strip club though.
Yeah, hell yeah. I've kind of been having the urge to go to a titty bar. I haven't been in
You've been having the urge?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Well, I'm telling you right now. Urge, not
where did this urge go? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm saying urge. I said
The urge.
urge.
Oh.
You hear that? See, Randy, we were talking about urges like that. They had
You're
urges
so
at the strip
dumb.
club.
Okay, tell me more.
So last time I went, they had urges at the strip club.
You're so stupid.
No, yeah, traditionally I'm not a titty bar type guy, but I wonder I've never been to one down here. I bet they're pretty good.
Yeah, I bet they are.
I bet they're a hell of a lot better than fucking Cheetahs in Corpus Christi, Texas off of SPID. I had to, I won't even say what I had to do in the parking lot there one time.
It's that bad?
Yeah.
That's what
we were leaving and a couple guys fucking, it was 3 dudes and me. And, yeah. No, not like that, babes.
Wait, I have never heard this story. 3 dudes and you? That's what we're naming the podcast episode.
Oh my God. 3 dudes and me.
3 dudes and me.
Yeah. Yeah, we were leaving and I was with a female friend and we were leaving. We were walking the fuck out and it was late and I don't know what happened, what was said, but there was 3 of them. And they were coming after me, and I was in my truck. And so...
Oh, we can't talk about the rest.
I opened up my truck, and then they ran off quickly, and I left.
Okay.
And so... So I'm sure... Cheetahs...
Did you leave with the chick?
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
No, it was a girl I was dating at the time, But
that means that means nothing.
No, it doesn't mean anything. As a matter of fact,
that means absolutely nothing.
Especially with me. Yeah, and let's see. The Palace there in Corpus too. The Palace is.
I've heard that the Palace actually has good food.
Yeah, because they serve it at fucking 2 to 4 a.m. or whatever it is. Yeah, so everybody's drunk as shit.
That's funny.
But it's to be honest, the Palace really isn't that bad. But I would like to go to a titty bar down here. So if you're in South Florida and you know a good place,
shoot us your best titty bar.
Please DM Miss PantyNectar and let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
Where we can see the titties shaking our face or the booties.
The booties.
Dude, there's Trey. What's up, Trey? How you doing, sir? It's good to see you.
We're great.
What else you got for us tonight, PantyNectar?
I think that covered pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. Relationships, they take work. It takes accountability.
Yes.
Takes dropping your ego.
Yes.
And that is that if you want to have a successful relationship.
Yeah. And, you know, and I think the main thing is to remember that relationships, just like anything in life, there's no such thing as a perfect one, right? Like, you know, like we all see the outside looking in, and everybody tries to portray this perfect relationship, right? Like even, you know, PantyNectar, right? Like this, like, oh, it's like our relationship isn't perfect.
No.
Right? I mean,
no.
Look at fucking Bill and Melinda Gates. Like their life was seemingly perfect until it fucking wasn't. Mm-hmm. Look at Jeff Bezos, you know, look at all, and like, it's just, once again, so don't get hung up if nothing is working out perfectly. Nothing is meant to be perfect, and enjoy life.
Yep, facts.
I had this Colonel Petronzio. He had this saying, "Row well and live."
Ooh.
It took me a while to understand that, but
row well
and live.
What does it mean? That's what I was thinking. Like,
row that bitch and live.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very...
No, I like that. I like that.
It's a very deep... Like,
we should get shirts made with that.
Row well and live with the fucking paddle. And
no,
like
not the paddle.
Like row well and live. Bam. Yeah.
Bam. No. Well, if you have been enjoying the podcasts for the last 16 going on 17 episodes now, I would love if you would leave a 5-star review. I would appreciate that so much. I'd be very grateful for that. Also, in the world of PantyNectar, we have a fun little NFT project we are working on.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Totally. It's I think
we can't say too much yet.
No, yeah, you briefly mentioned it last time, and it's just it's going to be a photography based NFT, and it's going to be thought invoking, hopefully, and it's going to be beautiful images of Miss PantyNectar here, and it's going to be very limited, a limited edition to where there will only be the set. There will only be one of one photos. Only one copy of that photo will exist, and it will be the original. So it's not a copy. So there will only be the original, and each NFT will be that original photo, and that NFT will represent the digital ownership of said photo. And the most exciting part of all that is that it is going to be provided to a few lucky community members absolutely free. And there is no, it's completely free of charge. And as I think briefly mentioned last time, if people who understand the blockchain, they may say, well, you can have a free NFT mint, but if like this is on the Ethereum blockchain, it's going to be an ERC-721 token, so you still have to pay gas to have the transaction take place on the blockchain. And sometimes gas can be expensive. I mean, sometimes it's over $100, depending on the price of Ethereum at the time and how busy the blockchain is. And so we are going to cover the gas fees. It's going to be airdropped to the community members' wallets, and exactly how we go about picking those, that's going to be up to you to decide, and how that goes about. But we're going to try to do it in the most fair and equitable way, and then at the same time distribute a good chunk of the NFTs to a group of serious collectors that I know that I'm involved with to drive hopefully potential value into those NFTs to make it to where the lucky fans who do get the airdropped NFTs completely free, they can hold on to them for life. They can do whatever. They can sell them if they want to. They can transfer them. They can do nothing with it. You don't have to do anything. But our hope is that that this project that we're doing pushes the narrative, and that it's going to be a one-of-a-kind thing, and it's going to be very interesting, and we hope that people will find value in this, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep. We will be posting episode 17 of the podcast. We'll be dropping it tomorrow on the website PantyNectar.com. So check that out if you would like to listen to it tomorrow as a podcast instead of catching it on OnlyFans right now. We will be dropping the podcast every single Wednesday.
Yes. So
from here on out.
Yes. So we are recording this on a Tuesday night. On OnlyFans, that's when we're actively recording this, on a Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern on OnlyFans. We're going to start doing that every Tuesday, and then that podcast will drop as a podcast at 8 a.m. the next morning. But PantyNectar.com, you can find it, or Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google, wherever you listen to podcasts. But go to PantyNectar.com, and that we have a directory set up for your favorite podcast platforms.
Yep. We'll also be doing some polls on OnlyFans for some upcoming episodes for some ideas. So I would love to hear your vote on them. Yeah. So check that out when it comes out. And I'd love to get the community's input a little bit.
And I've been hopping in the Discord a little bit, saying hi in the Discord.
Yeah, they love you in the Discord.
Yeah, I love that place. So it's cool. It's good talking to everybody in the Discord too. So
we're going to be, of course, always modifying things, making changes, making things better, because we always just want to make sure we're striving to make easier platforms for everyone to, access PantyNectar. So, we'd love your input on when we make changes to the website, or changes in the community for Discord or anything like that. So please know that your input is always welcome and appreciated.
Absolutely.
That's all for this episode. Thanks so much for listening.
Thank you. See ya.